Hello, Exiles. This is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and welcome to my days 4, 5, and 6 update for my Frost Blades Surfcaster. Currently, I am on 21 deaths, 310,000 kills, and my slash played is almost 2 days, and of course, accounting for like AFK time and stuff. But yeah, chugging along okay. The important information I'm going to share right at the beginning of this video because I think this is the thing people are going to be most curious about, and it's something I get asked questions a lot. I've slotted in Trinity. However, I haven't gotten a physical claw, I'm not using Herald of Ash, and I don't have really any special measures to get extra fire damage on pretty much anything, honestly. And I was not sure if this was going to work. However, one thing to note about Heat Shiver is that when it converts the damage, that damage is rolled separately. So you get the damage range, which is then rolled separately from the cold damage you do. The fun thing about this on Surfcaster in particular is a lot of the damage I have is lightning. So I'm running Wrath, I'm running Herald of Thunder, and I have high lightning rolls on my claw, and I have, lightning damage elsewhere here and there on top of that. So, interesting thing about that is lightning damage has a very wide range of damage rolls. So 13 to 201 instead of, something a little bit more consistent. Like, for instance, the fire damage I have on here is 60 to 98. With that in mind, since they're rolled separately and we're hitting a lot really fast, Trinity is actually quite easy to keep up. And for those confused, Trinity does not require you to do all three types of damage. So when you're converting all of your lightning damage into cold, that doesn't matter. You just have to do two types of damage. And in this case, that's going to be cold and fire. Fire coming almost exclusively from Heat Shiver. So because we have this huge damage range, and I can actually show you better on POB, with all buffs up currently, the cold damage we do is 10,620 to 62,488, and the fire damage is 10,703 to 41,181. All we need is the top end of this fire damage to be significantly higher than the lower end of the cold damage. And since they are rolled separately, as you'll see in a moment here, Trinity will be up at all times. So I'm just going to do a quick Toxic Sewer to kind of showcase that. And then we will, I'm also going to do the Elder because I haven't really gotten around to doing all the Pinnacle bosses yet and stuff. But yeah, right away, you can see Trinity's up. No problem. Zero problems keeping Trinity up. So that is good to know. Very good to know. This wasn't something I was sure worked this way. I suspected it did. I think I've kind of done stuff similar to this in the past. But Surfcaster is literally the perfect way to kind of facilitate this very easy Trinity use. And in fact, I could have been using Trinity pretty much the whole time. And the damage between comparing Trinity to Hypothermia is enormous. Like, it's a 20% boost versus like a 48% boost or something, or 42. I don't remember exactly what it was, but Trinity is way, way more damage compared to Hypothermia. So yeah, I'm just going to do the little Abyss boss here. Hopefully we get something good. Still looking for 2-socket boots. Most of what I'm running on this current strategy is Exarch and Harvest. I actually have Crop Circle or whatever it's called. Okay. Phase him pretty quick. Kill the ads. Pop in here. Kill the Spire. Alright. Get the rare. And we go again. We phase him right away. Pretty easy fight here. Got about 9 million DPS with all buffs up, give or take, so starting to get there. Still have a lot of gear to get. I think Possibly, because I don't have endurance charge generation yet. I could get one shot by this guy, potentially, but I haven't so far, so I've been pretty good. Although the last time I did die was actually to an abyss boss, so possibility. But when they start shooting out those orbs, just jump behind him. Okay. So nothing great here. Alright, so I'll just run through, kill the boss, do the harvest. I got some sulfite infusion going on. Of course, make sure to get all the ore I can, if I can click. I've had a lot of struggles clicking on, well, everything basically. Orb of binding, that's not that useful. Uniques duplicated, also not useful. So I'll just leave that there, and if I get like a good chaos shrine or something, or a couple of them, maybe I'll come back for it. The end of the map, maybe not. Probably not. Alright. So go get the boss here. Get the sulfite to kill him even faster. Okay. Got that. Yeah, I still have a lot of, I still have the same kind of bad, but at least it has rage generation, I guess, but otherwise bad historic jewel currently. Lethal Pride. I always forget the exact names of all the different ones, but yeah, Lethal Pride. Should be guaranteed harvest, so it's definitely here somewhere. I'm not going to bother doing the ritual. I do the ritual sometimes, especially if there's a ritual on top of the boss. But if there isn't, I don't bother. Because the boss will give it a bunch of extra juice and make it so the drops are a little bit better. I just incidentally have a lot of ritual chants on the stuff that I happen to be using. Did I miss my harvest? Or do I have the wrong tree on? I'm going to grab this for the harvest. Extra quantity, if I can find it. It's got to be here somewhere. I'll do the breach too. Just do all the mechanics this time, since I sometimes skip them. Oop. Speaking of, just try to get the war chests and anything with the symbol on it, if possible. As many of the rares. Okay. Warhoard's going to be the important part. Nice. Hey, 2120 volatility. Not bad. Actually, I have no idea how good or bad that is. It might not be worth anything, but I imagine it's worth something. Another Warhorde. Get my big stack of stuff here, and lots of maps. Should probably start filtering out so I'm only getting tier 14 plus at least. Alright, did I just miss the harvest somewhere? Because I'm pretty sure I might still have it on the wrong atlas. But I should have a harvest here. Huh. Well. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I don't think I moved anything around. That's weird. Okay. Well, I guess I'll check to make sure I'm on the right thing. I'm not. Oops. I was on the wrong one. Oh well. This is the one that I'm supposed to get, like, conquer maps and that kind of thing. It's not working very well. I think you need a lot of them, and I have a lot of the little ones that are just giving a higher map tier. I also have a lot of the little ones that are giving conquer map ones. So it's a little bit of an unfocused tree, but my main kind of farming tree I've been using is this one here, which uses a lot of the harvests in your map have a 12% chance for the unchosen crop to not wilt, and then crop rotation. So that is what I have going on there. Let's see. That doesn't look particularly good except for the Chayula, I guess. Maybe this is okay. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll look into that later. And as for the rest, just throw some of the stuff in here, deal with it later, and go kill the Elder. I'll just get rid of this. Maybe that's worth something. I don't know. I've gotten a bunch of them. I can't imagine it's worth much, and I don't feel like looking it up. Okay. So let's take this stuff out. The only thing I'm running is Scarab of the Adversaries with sacrifice fragments for regular mapping. I don't really have a super cohesive strategy, and the extra quantity helps with the juice you get from the crops. So just doing that. All right, so this will be my Elder. This will unlock me another slot for my relics. See how that goes. I imagine it's going to be a reasonably quick kill. Okay, I do get up to the 50% shock. Okay. And, of course, the phase. I don't know if you can... I don't remember if you can kill him before he does this. Maybe you can. But now we get to go through, kill all the portals. But yeah, by the time I actually got... I hadn't gotten a lot of Guardian maps, even though I've been actively trying. I have a city square map favor strategy I have, and I've been running the extra chance for Guardian maps, and I've not gotten a lot of them. I feel like I'm still 2 fragments away from a Shaper, and I only have 1 Shaper relic, so I'll have to either buy more or wait or just kind of pound my head against the wall. I think the base chance for all of the special influence maps are like 2.5% or something, so pretty low as a baseline anyway. And since it's a flat percentage increase that you get, I guess it's roughly the same as if you would just okay, go ahead and turn on my flasks, get the kill, walk into the bubble, and see if we get a Watcher's Eye. Hey, Watcher's Eye, nice. Okay. Oop. 22 deaths. Nice. I should have known better. It's been a while, huh? It's I haven't played PoE 1 in a long time. I should have known better to wait, but it's fine. I'll take the ring. Actually, influence stuff sells more or trades for more dust. All right. Died again. That was my first death in a long time. So we got discipline, regen, and debuffs expire faster with haste. Interesting. Okay. Of course, our Shimmeron. Let's go over the gear. I have my hits can't be evaded now. This allowed me on my eye gouger, on my claw. This allowed me to get rid of all of the accuracy nodes I had, which allowed me to get into my cluster jewel, which I'll go into. Still have the same heat shiver. I should really get one with an enchant on it, either like a reservation one, and then I can swap my gloves for this, or just a life one, a percent life one would be fine as well. But I should probably get that. I definitely could buy that. I just haven't really thought about it until now. Still have the same 6 link, just recolored it to have a blue socket so that I could put in Trinity. It's got crit multi and fortify on it. I still have the same amulet. I have a lot of the same gear I had on like day 1 or 2, weirdly enough. But yeah, I haven't been focusing on upgrades too much. It's a good amulet. It gives a lot of stats and has a decent life roll and a good lightning damage roll on it. I can definitely do better. There's tons I could probably do better with that, but this is solid enough. Got the shield, same shield I've had for quite a while. It's fine. It's got the block, it's got the armor and evasion, it's got everything I really need except maybe spell suppression, so I can drop some spell suppression on the tree, freeing up more points. But yeah, other than that, like at this point, the chance to avoid ailments is a little redundant, considering I now have Tempest Shield, and I also am of course running. I'm also running Soul of the Brine King. for chance to not be frozen. And I'm also running Soul of Abrath with the less ignite duration. So it's not super important to have avoid ailments. I'd much rather have spell suppression there. Got this ring, 40 chaos res, some damage. It's not that good. I should definitely upgrade this. In fact, I could probably very cheaply upgrade a lot of my gear. I like to try to get my own gear, either craft or find. I still have the same ring. Got some rarity on stuff. 20 rarity here, 19 here. It's pretty cool. I also have a bunch of idols that just give rarity as a benefit in here. So I could do some magic find. Like I got this one, and I got... this one's quantity if you're using Fortune Favor the Brave. But yeah, I have a couple of rarity ones in here somewhere. So that's nice. Gloves, I am using the same gloves, but I changed the craft to be damage during flask effect, and I changed that once I got like quality on all of my flasks, so they're up most of the time now. So got that going, and the AoE was nice for clear, but I really don't need it. It's Frost Blades. Like you're going to clear without AoE. Like the overlaps from Herald Device are nice and everything, but you're sending projectiles everywhere all the time. It's not necessary strictly. So, but the big things I did is I put non-vol strikes target an additional nearby enemy, which allowed me to spec out of these points, which gave me more points for like jewel slots and cluster jewels. So that was very big. So tons of points saved through all of that. New belt. I crafted this one, literally just one Chaos Harvest craft, and it hit this. And I'm like, well, that's a 141 life. It had lightning resist. I did swap it over with a harvest craft to fire resist because I needed it. But in fact, I'm not LE weakness capped at the moment even. So a little bit unfortunate there, but I can get it easily enough, or I could change something on like my cluster jewels maybe. I could slam this, see what I get. I don't even know if I have an Exalt, but I could buy an Exalt or just wait until I find one. Slam that. And maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get Fire Resist. As far as the jewel I have in here, it's just a bunch of damage and increase effective cold ailments. I was sometimes only chilling for like 22 to 28% on big bosses, but you could see on the Elder there, I had 30% chill, no problem. And then boots, mostly the same. I just have chaos resist and elusive effect on them now. Okay, so that, and these can very easily be upgraded too. These are kind of bad. A lot of my gear is kind of bad from where I'm at, but honestly, I'm doing just fine for the most part, as long as I don't do stupid things like walk into Elder's Explosion. That was the first time I died in about a day and a half. So, yeah. Not a huge deal. Once I start, regularly farming tier 17s, that'll be a different story, but we'll kind of pump up from there. Links are largely the same. In fact, I don't think other than adding Tempest Shield, I've done anything different. So, yeah, all I did was, what did I have here? I don't remember. Nothing probably. Just put this here. So what I did was I got rid of precision with as soon as I got my craft on here, hits can't be evaded, and just replaced it with Tempest Shield. So my stats are now 63 block and 29% spell block. And then I have just under 4,000 armor and over 7,500 evasion. I'm probably, if I want to get into tier 17s, probably going to have to put in Grace, which might mean dropping one or both Heralds, or I can wait until I get my reservation efficiency on my boots. When if I get some spell suppression on my shield, for instance, I don't need it on my boots anymore, and then I can proceed to get the Abyss boots, and then I'll be able to have a bunch of additional reservation and maybe just drop one Herald and put in Grace. And once I have Grace in, that should shoot my evasion up quite a lot. I think when I put it into POB, it was like 18 or 21k, somewhere in that range. And then I can allocate Wind Dancer. And Wind Dancer will give me a ton more damage reduction and then more chance to evade on top of that. So Wind Dancer will be a huge boost. It'll be like an 11% increase to my survival or to my EHP, 11.1 or something like that. So once I get all of that going, it should be no problem to do tier 17s. And that is pretty much the only change as far as other than Trinity. So everything else is the same. I absolutely don't need this Fortify in here, so I do have like 3 open gem slots, one of which is jewel slots, which is one of which is going to be occupied by Grace. I was right the first time, gem. And then let's look at some stuff in here. So let's take a look at jewels now. I still have the exact same Lethal Pride. It's not a good one, but you know, it's giving me rage on melee hit, which is about the only major benefit of this particular one. I want stuff like double damage would be great. Crit multi would be great. Rage on melee hit is good, but that's pretty much like the melee crit strike chance. My crit chance is getting high enough where that doesn't matter that much. The armor isn't bad, the life isn't bad, but the strength isn't bad. None of it's bad. Totem damage is absolutely bad. Burning damage also bad. But there's just a lot better stuff that I can get that I do not have. So I'll be swapping this out when I can, preferably up here, because if I put it down here, I can't take Wind Dancer, which is, you know, major. Got a couple good jewels. Got this one. It's got melee damage, attack speed, double crit multi for a total of 34% crit multi. Pretty solid. Can't complain about this. And then got this cluster jewel. It has calamitous and prodigious defense, which were the things I was aiming for. Got that. And then got medium cluster jewel, one of which, or both of which have astonishing affliction, and then currently one of them has Storm Rider to generate power charges, and the other one has Eye of the Storm, which gives me some additional effective non-damaging ailments. So just from the cluster jewel setup, I got 15% plus another 40 plus another 20, so 75% effective non-damaging ailments. My crit chance is 100, so get another 50% from here, and I get another 20% from here, so that's another 70% on top of that. So 145% of non-damaging ailments, quite good. Got another good jewel here. It's got freeze duration, double crit multi, and life. Pretty solid. 7% life too. Then I have this one, which is double crit multi, double attack speed. So yeah, lots of good jewels. Those really pushed my damage up a lot. I did purchase those. I didn't feel like just harvest crafting jewels all day, so I'd rather sell the juice. And that's where I'm sitting there. I think this part of the tree is a little awkward. I'm not gonna worry about it now, but at some point I'll switch it up. And I also do kind of want Claws of the Falcon at some point if I can fit it, just because it's a lot of multi. And I don't think I'm particularly close to any more jewel slots. I've also considered getting overcharged so that I can get the 100% increased charge duration, which would allow me to keep endurance charges up much more easily, both through the overcharged itself, but also I could get the body armor. I think it is a Searing Exarch mod that I get a endurance charge every so many seconds, and if I had that, then I'd be able to have longer immortal calls and just more durability overall. The automation skill seems to override the part of, where is it? Yeah, so Immortal Call says that the skill's cooldown does not recover during its effect. Automation seems to override that. I don't know why, but I also can't get additional duration from endurance charges from Immortal Call, at least when I was getting them through shrines. But it was still kind of going off anyway. So I wasn't getting extra duration, but it was eating my charges. So I wonder if there's some weird bug with automation in Immortal Call, but it seemed like something was up with that, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. As far as King's March goes, I think I have pretty much everything almost like done. I guess I still have stuff to like I'm starting to get up to like rank 9 and stuff for like miners and a decent amount of well, I still have a lot of higher level things to get on my farmers and whatnot, but yeah, I'm starting to accumulate a decent amount of crops. Should be able to send out my first few shipments to try to get divines and mirror shards soon enough here. I think I got my town hall almost all the way up. My map device. Oh, you can actually see. Okay, yeah, hover at rank 10, rank 11, rank 2, rank 4, rank 8, rank 10, and I have rank 10 for my regular, for my actual town hall or whatever. The only last upgrade to get is the one that has the higher rate of high people to hire. So that. Oh yeah, and currency. Currency, I'm kind of low, but I just bought a bunch of cluster jewels, and I just bought my 2120 Frost Blades because I was too lazy to level some in the offhand to get and try to 21 up myself. So yeah, still working on kind of that kind of stuff, but my main currency, it has been okay. Has been that crop rotation setup. And I'll go into that possibly in more detail once I get it running with 100% efficiency. Currently, it's not running anywhere near that. Hope you enjoyed this update. Probably my last update before I go into, a little bit higher concept, like more specific videos, but I wanted to get it out. I'm pretty much towards, the point where I can do everything on this character, just to have a couple of small upgrades and optimizations to make, to squeeze some extra stuff out. Like I said, getting the extra reservation efficiency on the Abyss boots so that I can fit in Grace primarily. And then that'll give me a little bit more damage and let me drop crit chance on other spots, that kind of thing. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I'll see you next time. Bye.